What's up everybody? Welcome back to another Shop Talk Tuesday. So if you're new to this video series, what it's all about is a commentary based type thing where I talk about your comments, I answer your questions, and then we go into what we have working in the background that's not going to be making it into the YouTube videos, plus what will be making it into the YouTube videos, and then I go into a viewer's knife section where I talk about any of the pictures of knives that y'all have sent me, and then we go into a tool that I use in the shop that makes my life easier as a creator in general. It could be a belt grinder, headphones, drill press, any of those things. I talk about how it makes my life easier, plus where to get it from. Now let's jump into the comment section. Now this is from Eric Alford. Awesome name, by the way. I'm Eric too. He has two questions. One, where do I get my steel from? Two, what I use Leafspring material. So first things first, where do I get my knife steel from? I get it from a few different places. So if I'm just getting bar stock, that's going to be from Texas knife makers, Jantz, even Amazon. Now, there are differences between those. So for Jantz and Texas knife makers, those are going to be actual knife stores where you get all kinds of different knife stuff, and they're great companies. They do awesome things. Now, sometimes I get them from Amazon, but there's two things to know about this. When you get the stuff from knife stores, they're going to be what they say they are. Whenever you get stuff from Amazon, man, it's kind of a 50-50. You got to read the description. You got to make sure that you're getting the steel that you want. You got to make sure that it is annealed or isn't annealed, because those things are going to play a big factor in you making the knife. Now, I am going to leave links in the description for the Jantz, Texas knife maker, and the actual links for the knife steel that I've ordered from Amazon that, you know, I know and I trust and I know it's good quality. So I'll leave y'all links for that, but that's where I get my bar stock. Now when it comes to my unconventional steels, like the files, the wrenches, the different things that I get to forge out knives, I have friends and family that go to swap meets and auctions, plus I go and find certain things at garage sales, yard sales, tool sales, stuff like that. I try and figure out what the steel is, because a lot of wrenches are made from all kinds of different things, just parts of O1 tool steel like the chromium and vanadium, stuff like that. I look for heat treatable, hardenable steel. I spark test those things, and stuff that doesn't spark test right, I make something else out of it that's not a knife. But that actually leads me into the next question. So whenever it comes to Leafspring material, yes, I use the hell out of that. I absolutely think Leafspring material is awesome. It's 5160 most of the time, and I plan on doing some videos of me making knives out of Leafspring material soon, so y'all will actually see that. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so you actually get notified whenever I do make those, especially if you want to see me use Leafspring material. But yeah, I will have videos coming out of me creating knives with those, so be on the lookout for that. Now, Eric, thank you for asking those questions. I do have more questions that are going to be coming up in other videos. Thank y'all for everyone who chimed in on the giveaway video and actually asked me a bunch of questions. I've got plenty of questions to answer now, so awesome. But that doesn't mean you can't, or you can start not leaving questions. Is that how you say that? Start not leaving? If you decide to stop leaving questions, there you go. That's gonna actually not be an awesome thing. So go down there, use the comment section, and leave questions. Now, let's go ahead and actually jump into the next thing. Get kind of off there. So what we have working in the background. Now, I've got a few things that are pretty cool, and I think they're cool. Y'all can tell me whether y'all think they're cool. But these are items that I've forged that are going to be on my Facebook page, but not so much the YouTube channel. And, you know, if you want to see those things, right here, TRE Workshop on Facebook. Plus, I'll leave a link for it in the description. You can do a few things now. You can talk to me on a daily basis. You can look at what I'm making on a daily basis. If there's something that I've made that you want to buy, I offer that stuff up for sale on the Facebook page. So if you see a knife that you like that I've made on one of my YouTube videos, you can check it out there and see if I have it for sale. And if I do, you can purchase it. We can talk about that one-on-one and see how that goes. But yes, Facebook page, go check it out. Join it if you would, so that you can actually, again, talk to me on a daily basis. Most YouTube creators want you to be part of their Patreon account or pay to be able to talk to them on a daily basis. I'm doing it for free. So y'all have me, y'all have access to me. Do that. TRE Workshop, Facebook. Shameless plug. Now, what we have working in the background, and I did show these on the Facebook page, but these right here, this is two of kind of what I got going on down here. I call this the zombie razor because it reminds me of just a giant straight razor. But this was a old Worth monkey wrench. This is the body of it, so the handle of it. This is the head of it. So when it comes to these two knives, this one, not every monkey wrench or wrench in general can be heat treated and hardened like this one was. Most monkey wrenches, only the teeth part of it is hardenable steel. The body is typically mild steel. That's why you'll see a lot of them that have the handles are bent and things like that. This one, I couldn't even cut this with my bandsaw. I had to cut it with a cutoff wheel with the angle grinder in order to get the head off of here so that I could then forge it out and do all of that. And if I take this, the edge, and try and push it into my belt grinder, it will actually cut the teeth off the belt grinder. Not the belt grinder, but the bandsaw. It will take the teeth off the bandsaw. That's how hard this knife is. So, pretty awesome. We've got that. And then the head of it, so the main part of the upper part of the wrench was this right here. This is the actual piece to where you can actually span it out or push it out. Now, this one right here, this is a little bit different than I've done before. So this actually has a hollow grind throughout the belly of it and then a flat grind on the upsweep. So this one was forged out to 3/8 of an inch thick in the back and then 1/8 of an inch thick in the front. So on the 3/8 on the spine, 1/8 inch on the edge, and then I flat ground this, and like I said, I did a hollow grind throughout the belly. It's got a little bit of a recurve to it, but that one's really cool. This is a big knife, super heavy, but love that. Those are my two like post-apocalyptic style knives that I forged from a monkey wrench. So both those came from one monkey wrench. Now I have another one, this guy right here, to show you what I can do with some of the steel. So this right here was this. That wrench right there got turned into this knife. You wouldn't think that, but yeah. So I forged out the front, forged out the back. It had a big bend in it, and I ended up cutting off the two heads, or cutting off just the edges of the two heads, and then forged the whole centerpiece out to this. And then went through and used stock removal to, you know, get it all fine-tuned into this. Now this is diamond wood handle scales, layered right there, 1/4 inch hollow pins, and then I did a lanyard hole, kind of an oversized one because you could put it on a hook in your shop or something like that. But we have that. That was that wrench. And I'm actually gonna, here, let's do this. So these two right here were these. So these pictures right here, that was this. Pretty awesome. I love how those turned out. It's just super unique knives that you don't typically see on a day-to-day basis. Now, one of the other things that I've been working on in the background is this right here. So if you see here, it's got someone else's maker's mark. So this says J.W. Peters. It's by Jeff Peters. He's actually a Forged in Fire champion. If you look up the Messer Sword Forged in Fire, you'll see this guy. He's the one that won that episode. I've been friends with him for a while now. We talk back and forth on Facebook a lot. He has his own Facebook page. It's Old Wolf Forge, Kentucky Old Wolf Forge on Facebook. But yeah, he made this knife for me a while back, and I was going to put my own handle on it because I like doing the handle material and stuff like that. But I ended up reshaping it just a hair to actually go with my own flair. So it's a collab knife between me and him. But love that. This is going to be one of my own in my personal collection. I'll show y'all that on next week's Shop Talk Tuesday, the finished product. Plus we have this collab video, or not collab video, collaboration. I do show videos of it on the Facebook page, but this right here, this is that one I showed y'all last couple of videos, the kukri that me and a local knife maker made. Now, this is the handle scales we went with. It's actually got a purple resin area in there. Little vein that runs through it. Super awesome, really unique. This is going to be his personal knife that he'll probably end up carrying on him every once in a while. But yeah, that kukri is pretty cool. That's what we have going on in the background that's not really going to be making it into a YouTube video. What I do have coming out in a YouTube video, it's probably going to be this Friday, is this knife right here. Y'all have seen this a few different times. This is the file knife that I'm working on that is the Rivulet shape. Now this file knife is huge. I say huge, it's not long, it's just thick. 2 C's. This right here is over a 1/4 of an inch thick at the spine. It's a 0.30 of an inch thick, so very thick, and it's going to have a really cool custom handle that I'm going to show y'all on the video, but y'all can wait for that. Again, subscribe. But that's what I have going on that's going to be making it into the YouTube videos. Plus, like I said, the Leafspring material. Now, let's talk about a viewer's knife. So, Nick Mills, he sent me these pictures right here. So, both of these knives are made from farrier's rasps, and he did them on a 1x30. So, if you want to get into knife making, I've said it multiple times, start with a 1x30 belt grinder, belt sander, whatever you want to call it, from Harbor Freight, and you can make stuff like this. I made my first few knives on a 1x30. You don't need a 2x72. I happen to have one because I produce more knives now. Same thing, reason why I had to make the bigger forge, so that I could produce bigger and cooler things, I guess you could say. But yes, thank you, Nick, for sending in those pictures. If you would, this email right here, send me pictures. If you're a knife maker, if you've been making knives for a week or 15 years, I would love to see them. I would love to be able to talk about them and talk about you on the channel. So yeah, send them to that email. It's in the description, so click on that, send them to me, tell me a little bit about yourself, how you made the knife, what you made them out of. Let's go ahead, go into the last part of this. Let's talk about a tool that I use in the shop on a day-to-day basis that makes my life easier as a creator. Now, this particular tool is something that if you don't have in your shop, man, you gotta get one. It is the good old angle grinder. This thing right here, this just happens to be a Metabo one. I'm pretty sure they used to be Hitachi. I have a bunch of Hitachi tools and everything, and I like them, I trust them. Metabo, I'm pretty sure, like I said, Hitachi. But an angle grinder, oh man, this can make your life so easy. There are pieces of steel that I really can't even cut with the bandsaw. This will cut pretty much everything. And then you've got this, of course, this has a cutoff wheel on it. You could be using a flat disc, so that guy right there, or an actual grinding wheel. It's a thick one. So you can use this to actually full-blown make a knife. So there are videos on YouTube of people that have pretty much, just if you would, look up knife making angle grinder or simple tools, and you'll actually see people that will make a knife from completely with just an angle grinder. All the shaping, the bevels, all that stuff, just use an angle grinder for the whole thing, and they'll turn into awesome knives. I luckily don't have to do that because I've got all the tools that I need to make them without that, but there are things that I use this angle grinder for on a day-to-day basis, like cutting out files whenever I'm making knives. Of course, my bandsaw is not going to cut file material unless I anneal it a lot, then it will start cutting it. But I like using the angle grinder. Some people like using the angle grinder because it actually, they use less abrasive. So their belt grinders and things like that, whenever you're sitting there trying to hog all that material off with your belts, you go through a lot of belts, and belts are not cheap. Cut-off wheels are very cheap. You can buy packages of them for dollars, and that's what they tend to use. Now, that is what I have. You can get that from Lowe's. I got this from Lowe's. I'll leave a link for that in the description. But you can get angle grinders from Harbor Freight. You can get angle grinders from Home Depot, from pretty much anywhere. Go to swap meets, go to garage sales, go to tool sales and stuff like that. Look them up on Facebook Marketplace. There's tons of places you can get an angle grinder from, and you can make so many things with just that tool. So that's what I got for you for the tool in the shop. Now, pretty much how I end every video. Give this video a thumbs up. If you would, share this video, or share one of my videos that I've done in the past that might be your favorite. And if you would, go down in that bottom corner, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you get notified of whatever I make in the next video. I do videos. I have a Shop Talk Tuesday every single Tuesday. I have a build video every single Friday, 2 videos a week. It takes a lot of work to do these videos, and I am super happy doing them. Hopefully, one of these days we'll have a huge subscriber base, and there will be more people that I get to talk to. But for the guys that are watching this, thank y'all. Thank y'all for leaving the comments. Thank y'all for being a part of this channel. And guys, man, thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for checking this out. Thank y'all for watching this video. Y'all have an amazing day. I'll catch y'all next time.